Hey Virgos. Hey, hey, hey. So we peeking into what, the second or third week of January? Second week? I hope you guys' year is starting off good. Everything making sense. Let's get into it. I know y'all didn't think I forgot about you. Okay, keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it will not be for everyone. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Like, distracting you guys. Um, yeah, take what resonates and leave the rest. I do personal readings. Look in the description box to inquire. Okay. All right, divine consciousness that is all knowing, omnipresent, that moves through this space and moves through all of us, and that life force energy. Help me to translate this message effectively for those that come to this space looking for a message. With all that is you, that is strength, love, power, we pray. Amen. All right, let's get to it. All right, Virgos, what do you need to know? Okay. What else? Okay. All right. So somebody here, I don't know if it's you or somebody else that you know, it is the energy of Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. But somebody has been holding back on information, giving information, teaching, or whatever it is that you have to offer the world. And this card, when it is in reverse, is talking about if you don't give it, somebody else will. It's not the information or what you have to give is not secluded or not how do I put it? It's not just for you, or your generation. So there's somebody coming up behind you that may give the information that you're supposed to be giving. But it has an attachment here of something fake and false. So somebody here that's in that energy of supposed to be giving information is also fake and going through a lot, going through complete drought. Like everything just seems to be just dry in their life. What else, Spirit? Why do we need to know about this? Somebody is in an imprisoned state of mind. Like they just feel chained down. Like they don't know what people are gonna think. They just feel on an island of their own. They worried about people gonna think. They worried about the gossip. They worried about everything, and they just feel in prison. Or they actually went to prison and lost everything, with the 10 of Earth being in reverse. Or they worried about losing everything, and that's something that's chaining them down. Clarify the 8 of Earth. What did that have to do with all of this? Okay, so maybe somebody was married to somebody or had an attachment and they feel like this was just real love and something mature and something they could count on. But it ended up being just this cynical, selfish situation. Hold on, clarify this. Why the reverse? Somebody's trying to make some changes. It may have something to do with a Scorpio, doesn't have to. Maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio, but again, don't have to with the Iku, which is like the death card. Drastic, abrupt change is happening. Somebody is doing a complete 360, completely changing the cycle of their life and coming out of a point of feeling like they got to get recognition or discouraging or turning away someone who might want to give them that or honor them. Oh, sound like it was in my house. Like, what is that? It's a motorcycle. But yeah. Tell me more about this transformation. Okay, clarify. Mm. Somebody feels like they gave up their power by not focusing spiritually, and it put them in a very uncomfortable situation. This is a man that's been through some dark days, but now in this phase of his life just wants to be a good friend, good companion, and just be somebody solid and keep his youthful energy alive, even with everything that he's experienced, and work hard. So I don't know if this is you or somebody that you were dealing with. And this will be somebody that may also have a lyrical ability, maybe a poet or maybe some type of rap ability or something like that, but doesn't have to. And to communicate with this person and connect with this person, all they want is for you to acknowledge their gems, right? All they want is you to acknowledge their gems, but they did not do their spiritual work. So they're in a very uncomfortable situation. But this also is a person that can be somebody that, yeah, they go to war, but they utilize their intellect in doing so, and they're fueled by love. This is somebody who loves very passionately and is a big romantic. So why would we need to know that, Spirit? What does it got to do with my Virgos? What role does my Virgos play in all of this? Uh oh. Start popping out. Okay. Partnership. So this can be, first off, when this comes out, that's all about whatever type of opportunity, job, project. It can be very prosperous and successful. And then this is coming together with the right people and having the right associations and partnership to do something, to have a level of success. Okay. So what's the main challenge here? And the main thing we need to know about this partnership? It's a lot of cards. Okay. Somebody had a previous partnership that put them in a bad situation. It was the highest form of treachery. It made them feel imprisoned, like their light couldn't shine and they were being possessed. And now they feel like they're in a space of good karma from being solid and operating with integrity and doing the work. But there's still some stubbornness here and something that is holding them back. What else we need to know about this partnership? How does it affect my Virgos? It's a lot of love here. So there's a hold on, let me clarify what else we need to understand about this. Hold on. What was that? Somebody went through some financial loss. Says, okay. Sorry. Okay. So whatever this partnership is, it has the ability to be an overflow of love and harmony and transmute a situation. This is agreements and spirituality and love just overflowing. Like somebody gonna feel like a guardian angel in somebody's life. I don't know if this is the masculine or the feminine, but that's how they're gonna feel. It's gonna make somebody feel. And it's just like magic. The level of harmony and love and balance is gonna be moving like magic. After somebody went through some financial loss, had a bad breakup, and just feel stagnant in life. Like things just keep getting held up. Somebody's going to share their harvest when they do have a harvest. If I'm talking to a masculine, it's just somebody that's going to have important contacts and be able to build some wealth for themselves. If I'm talking to a feminine, then when this card comes out, this is a person that has deep self-confidence and they just not dealing with nobody that's on no deceitful nothing, no lies. They're not doing business with them. They're not kicking it with them. They don't want to hear, they don't want to be around it. And their economic standing that is going to be in a good space, they're going to utilize it to help everybody around them. Somebody's finally getting out of an energy of no longer feeling abandoned, or like they going through these shakeups and have to discipline themselves to not feel like they're missing a motherly energy in their life, and start to release some of the sorrows that they hold within themselves. All right, what's the overall energy with this? Where's this story going, Spirit? From where it started to where we at now? It's justice. All right, with this at the top of the deck. So we're gonna end it here. Okay. So somebody is about to have justice, right? And rather, if this is in the courtroom for legal stuff, if somebody's dealing with a Libra, does not have to be, but things are going to come out fair because somebody is going to be thanked for all the things that they have done on behalf of themselves in a group or a community or whatever, but they operated with integrity and humility and figured out ways to make money and do things that would help other people. So all is going to be fair. And when something is fair, everybody's not happy all the time. You know what I mean? Because what's fair is fair. But this has to do with a person who has fine character, strong conviction, but is still a tender and faithful individual. May have skill sets of science, poetry, communication and speaking, writing. What else comes with this card? Anything like that, but it's justice. It's justice in a situation. What does that justice look like? Something maybe has something to do with a Leo, but doesn't have to. But somebody gonna take a L. Clarify. What's the justice look like? A feminine building herself up brick by brick and being in a position. Oh, let me not make sure that's not nothing not showing. They be tripping. For this one, this is somebody transforming, not just staying in one space, but continuously elevating and challenging herself to build herself up brick by brick with the help of others or by herself, which puts her in a good position. This is a woman that's either engaged, going to be engaged, going to get married, or just that motherly companion type of energy. She loves her position. She loves the nice things and luxuries of life, but she's not frivolous. And she's a humanitarian and knows how to operate within society and within the community in that way. So, yeah. So if I was to sum all of this up, somebody's sitting somewhere mad, um, feeling chained down about, doing bad and not giving in the way that they could have given when it comes to their wisdom. Somebody feels chained down by that. And however that bitterness has operated, it may have stopped people from even wanting to honor them. But they're going through a transformation and getting past the things that the type of partnerships and things that they have associated with that made them feel in prison, that made them feel possessed and like their light couldn't really shine, you know. And the justice is this is it's going to like find it's a new partnership that's coming, and it just feels like love. It just feels real. It just feels like harmonious. It just feels different, and it's like water to drought to just when it was just dying in a desert, and then now it's just like this overflow of water, this abundance, this just spirit. You know what I mean? Like a guardian angel, and everything is operating fair. And it's a lot of honor and thankfulness and gratefulness. It's something to do with a woman that's building herself up, and something to do with somebody getting thanked for everything that they have done. And whoever going through this transformation, these abrupt changes, it ends up harmonizing with this energy. And this is somebody that has various skills but operates with conviction and has fine character. So you got to get your character right and move right with the right people, pretty much. Because the feminine energy already came out, like she's not dealing with no lies, no deceit, no bullshit. Like, period. That's just where she at in life right now. And the masculine is in a position to have the right associations and to be wealthy, but it's who you want around you and what you want to deal with and who you want a partnership, and how those that wealth builds in that how do I put it, so you don't have to feel chained down or imprisoned while around the people that you're working with, you know what I mean, or you're partnering with, rather if there was a marriage or a business situation or both. Okay. And that's it for today. I will talk to you guys again soon. If you want a personal reading, look in the description box. Peace.